Hey everybody, welcome to the United Stand Fan Forum. I'm here with Jay Daly, with Jack and Kevin. After an uninspiring but deserved 1-0 victory, I felt, against a West Ham side under David Moyes that came simply not to lose. Moyes playing in his 5-3-2 formation with an aging Mark Noble coming in to shoulder that back five. Look, it's the old saying, guys, you win ugly, and that's a game that would not live long in the memory. But look, before the game, I was thinking this is going to be a dour 1-1 or a 0-0. So I would take that 3 points every day of the week. Happy Mother's Day to all the mammies out there. I think we should definitely say that. So Alex isn't here tonight, because his partner had their second child. So a big shout out to Alex. And my own brother, his wife had her baby Summer during the week. So 2 new young junior Man United fans to add to our ranks. So 1-0, it's 3 points. It's what we expect. It's uninspiring. Not a game that will live long in the memory. But look, we'll take it. We're now, I won't say comfortably in top 4, because a lot of football we played, but we're in second place. And Leicester are still behind us. Leicester dropping points was important today. So, Jack, I'm going to go first to you. You can tell everybody how well Dino played today. Another clean sheet for Dino.
Oh, Jay, you bring me on to the magic man between the sticks. No, in terms of the game, it's 3 points. I'm happy. The display for large parts was kind of what we expected, playing against the low block. We've said it many times on this show, and playing against teams that like to sit back. West Ham in the first half was so deep, and we were just struggling really to break them down. I'm not saying going forward we looked any better. However, I did think Mason Greenwood played well. I think Rashford, again, it was a kind of 50-50 if he was going to be fit or not. As KG joins us, he's back.
What's going on, lads?
But yeah, I think Rashford, to be honest, I was surprised when he was actually picked, because I didn't even know if he'd be match fit. For me, man of the match, just quickly getting it out there, I was kind of between 2 players, but I've actually gone, again, this might be controversial, I haven't seen what's on social media, but I think Harry Maguire probably gets my man of the match.
100%.
I'd say Harry Maguire, and I'd say Harry Maguire just for the blocks he put in. A couple of the blocks in the second half especially were like goal-saving blocks. And Luke Shaw played phenomenally well again. Best left back in the league, no doubt. But yeah, if I'm being a little bit critical, I would have just liked to have seen a little bit more attacking spark. Again, it was very flat at times, but ultimately it wasn't a great watch. It's 3 points. We're second in the league. After Leicester's win, they thumped Sheffield United. It's just what the doctor ordered, really.
Well done, Jack. So, Kevin, today, what do you think? 3 points, workmanlike, we take it.
I definitely take it, mate. What you have to look at, these are the teams that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Manchester United have struggled against. They come to Old Trafford, the low block. I tell you one thing, mate. I am so glad that David Moyes is nowhere near Manchester United. I know there's so many people out there that are Ollie out, Ollie this, he's a school or PE teacher and all this shit. But I cannot even, I'm looking as a Man United fan, right, at that West Ham team and the way they set up today. And for a fact, they part the bus. They were there for a 0-0 draw. He made them changes after half time, and they looked a totally different team. Actually, give it a bit of a go. We got the goal at the right time. It was just one of them games. Listen, if match of the day's on later, I won't be watching it back. I won't be wasting, my beauty sleep over watching that back. But it's job done. It's one of my main criticisms of Solskjaer has been that tactically, against this low block, he's not been able to break teams down. We've spoke about it, Crystal Palace, West Brom, the likes of that. We've drawn with them. Tonight, we got the result that we wanted, and that's all that matters to me, mate.
KG, what's your spiel on today?
All right, first things first, just want to say Alex is totally unprofessional. Can't believe it.
I was going to ask you that.
Disgusting, actually. I think it's wrong. Should be it. No, I'm playing. I'm all right today. And wait, hold on. Another one. Shout out to all the people celebrating Mother's Day, and shout out to another communities, the ones that don't have their mums. I'm with you guys. It's not easy today, but we're hearing it. So yeah, just wanted to send some love to the community because I know lots of people watch. On the game, I would say this. It was just one of those. We just need points now. It's got to that point where we can't fall out the top four. We've been fighting for this for such a long time. We want top four. We want Champions League football. I know it's weird wanting Champions League football and knowing they're not going to really spend money, but I would rather be in that competition than be like in the Europa. So I think that win went a long way for Champions League football. I'm gonna what Jack said about Maguire was today. Maguire was colossal, literally blocks, fighting for everything. Even the time I thought he got knocked out or something. I don't know what was going on, but was he poking the eye? What was that though? Because I couldn't tell what the actual injury was. But did anyone else see it? If that was a poke in the eye, or is it he got like?
To me, it looked like he took a knock on the jaw. It looked like a knock on the jaw to me.
Okay.
But look, I've been no fan of Maguire. Let's be fair, and I've been very vehement in my analysis of Harry Maguire. But today, he was more than decent. He played well, and I'll credit you. And look, I call a spade a spade. A player plays well, I call it out. He plays bad, I call it out. So today, Maguire had one of his best games I've seen him ever play for the club. So all credit to Harry Maguire today. But he wasn't man of the match. That was Luke Shaw for me.
Luke Shaw, definitely.
But on this point, my issue today was had a couple Ollie issues today. You say to yourself, we're playing again on Thursday. I think the way is squad rotation for me has been something to be up to question almost. You say to yourself, he brings back in Rashid. Rashid's been injured. And you think, don't you think it felt like a game where why did we not see Ahmad? Or, you know, when you say resting a certain player, saying because the same players that play today will play against AC Milan on Thursday. So you think, Ollie, give some of these guys a break or make some changes. Even if you say Tellez comes on for a few minutes, just little changes like that can really just give the players the necessary rest, because that game against AC Milan won't be easy. And I don't think Ollie gave himself that many favors. That's all. But again, go ahead.
I think, sorry guys, just kind of come in. Sorry. I think he had to. I think he had to play them players, and I think he had to play for 90 minutes. Maybe the Ahmad for Rashford, if you really want to kind of do that, maybe. Okay, cool. I think I was worried going into the game. I really thought it would be even tougher than it was because we're so threadbare, and we just don't have the options. And I think considering the options that we actually do have at our disposal, which obviously isn't many with the injuries, I actually quite liked the performance today. It was proper professional. It was switched on. I think, I don't think, you look at how well Shaw was playing, I don't think he could go, boy, let me just take you off to, I think we could have been too weak on that side and something could have happened. Like, same with Wan-Bissaka. Like, look what happened when we made the changes against AC Milan. Brought on Williams, and because he kind of maybe thought about this game, I need to rest. It's kind of like, we're so threadbare. I feel it needs to be like, boy, you have to just push them to the limits. If someone gets in, like a Jay, when Jay says play them till they break.
Yeah,
it's harsh, but when we're in this position with the games coming up and how important it was to win that game or definitely not lose, I was like, you know what, Ollie? And the chances we created, it should have been a lot more comfortable than it was. And the biggest thing I liked about it is even when West Ham realised that actually, right, we're letting Man United off the hook a little bit here. We don't have to be this negative. Let's switch it up. Let's get what's his name on? Ben Rama and Lanzini on. Let's get them two on. Let's change it up. Then it's like asking us a different question. Can we defend properly? Can we be organised? Can Maguire get his head on things? Can we work as a unit? And we did. But I don't know. I just don't think it was a game where Ollie, I don't think he could have made any subs unless someone was injured or because I don't know. That's just how I saw it. I don't know what you lot think.
We're down to the bare bones, aren't we, at the minute?
Yeah.
That's the worry. Squad
proper
depth. Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be trying to put Shaw off and bring on Williams. I wouldn't be trying to just take off Lindelof mid-game or whatever to bring in Bailly halfway. Like, you're just not going to do that. Fred and McTominay were actually they were actually running the midfield because West Ham were letting us have the ball. And Fred was actually having a decent game. Would I bring in Matic? Probably not. The rhythm was just okay. Maybe towards the end you could have, but other than that, you're never going to bring on Shola. Ahmad, he's just not going to play him in that game. Let's face it, he's just not.
No, he was never going to start.
He only came on midweek because Martial got injured. Otherwise, it would have been the same thing. So I don't know. I just see it as
Flex, just quickly, I just want to ask, because I know you always talk about him, but what did you think of Dan James against the low block?
I thought in the first half it was a game that would obviously show his weaknesses in terms of him not being in the game that much. But he did his job defensively. You know what you're going to get with Dan James. He's going to work hard. He's going to be in the right position, keep his shape, etc. But second half, I think, again, because we were playing in a way that kept asking questions of West Ham, I think he done all right. I think all he was missing was that final decision. He was getting at players. There was another time when, not the one where he passed it behind Bruno when we was like 4-on-2, where he should have done a lot better. There was another time where he kind of went left, then went right and went on the turn and then started kind of running at their defence. He was a threat. And when, you know what, he's proved that actually when there's a time to call upon him, like now when we really need him to just kind of fill in, I think he's at least doing that.
We missed a proper number 9 this evening. There was a few balls that Dan James whipped into that box and nobody was there. Do you know what I mean? If you had a top-class number 9 there, that is food and drink.
I thought Greenwood's
performance.
Greenwood was really good today, you know.
He was really good.
You know, the way he was trapping the ball. He was doing a lot of things today. I was like, I like this. Greenwood looks like he's found his confidence again.
That was the only thing missing was the goal, innit?
Go ahead.
That was the only thing missing, and it was the goal.
All that was missing was a goal in that game. But you see him looking up, even coming deep and picking up. It felt like a more mature performance. Yes, he should be in the box and you know, hitting those tap-ins. But I would say he's got better each game he's played in, and it'll be hard for. Is this crazy to say? But I don't think Cavani just gets his position back straight away.
Not especially because he's been out for so long as well.
There you go.
Well, we don't even know when he's coming back. I'm not sure.
Is he even coming back?
Yeah, if he says he wants to leave United, then right, sound. See you later.
Yeah. Southport Love Sport says Mark missed this, and I thought it was hilarious, so I'm bringing it here. Least we forget, Lindelof won a header off at Antonio, 10 out of 10, man of the match, player of the year. The latest member of United Stand Members Club, I don't know if you've done this, but it's Sprinkles KG, big up.
Inside.
And Joseph Terrell says, good win for the team. Some great performances out there. Shaw, Greenwood and Bruno in particular were brilliant. Looking forward to Thursday now. Second place and a trophy. And it's a good season.
We've got Raul Gonzalez. KG, it's my 21st birthday. Can I get an all right? Also, Jay, you'll be honored if you can write my name in your note.
Hang on. I'll get a pen. 1 second.
That is brilliant.
And hold on a minute. For me. All right. Happy birthday, bro. I hope it's a great one.
Hold on a minute. Are we deep in what's going on here? Jay's notepad has a request line.
Oh, it's actually a thing now, yeah. Okay, Raul. I put your name in my notepad.
No, when we have a United Stand link up, Jay has to actually bring the notepad, you know.
There it is.
Oh my god!
100%.
Do you reckon he writes his swear words in there as well when he's pissed off? Fuck.
Definitely, I think Jay's got to get that laminated as well. That thing, that is brilliant. Jay is putting Raul Gonzalez into his notepad. That is fantastic. That is just brilliant. Right. It's so off topic.
Can we see it there? Feliz Gonzalez. Feliz cumpleaños.
Come on.
Happy birthday. Now,
love
here we
that.
go.
Love that.
He made the list.
There you go. Raul's having a great day.
He's on the blacklist.
Yeah, exactly.
On my list of enemies.
Design Layer says,
actually, you're one of them now, my friend.
Why is everyone hating on Ollie? After the transfer window, we all thought top 4 would have been hard. What? Is there a point there going on there? Why is everyone hating on Ollie after the transfer window we had, which was underwhelming? We thought it would have been hard to get top 4. We still haven't got top 4 yet. Everyone came across because Mark probably said, put top 4 done. Well,
it's
actually, is top 4 done?
It's not done.
Guys.
No, of course not. It's not done.
No.
It's not done.
It's not done until mathematically it can't be undone. So no, it's not done. No way. This is March. Not a chance.
Not with how tight it is. We're in a good position, but it's not done.
No, but then what happened today with the drop points of other teams? You got to think.
We capitalized. We did.
Yeah, we capitalized. We pushed on, and again, we've been in this second position for a minute now. Ever since Man City took over, we haven't dropped. We haven't dropped below. Even if we did, it was just like for a game, then we straight back in. I wasn't expecting us, again, with what people are saying, with the signings that we had, I wasn't expecting us to be second in the league in March. I never expected it. So in one stage, you can be like, you know what, Ollie, fair play, like, that's decent. Do you know what I mean? But again, my whole dream this season is silverware at all cost. Silverware at all cost, to just decide if Ollie's the man to push us forward. But yeah.
Well, on the top four thing, if we just break it down, I mean, it was massively important to 100% not lose today to West Ham, because we could have kept them at bay. But to go on and win, like you said, and capitalise on the fact that Chelsea got a 0-0 and Everton lost, capitalise on that. And, you know, Tottenham lost today as well. So all the results kind of went, and I'm not saying that they're going to catch us, but all the results went our way. But I think, yes, we may lose second position because Leicester are just 1 point behind us. It's kind of like this every day. But, you know, Chelsea are 6 points behind us and they're in fourth. But it's West Ham. We've now put them 9 points behind us and they've got a game in hand. So if they do win that, there's a 6 point gap. But like Jay said, 6 points is 2 games. It's 2 losses on the bounce and them winning 2 games. So, I mean, okay, and goal difference as well. But it puts us in a very strong position, I agree. But I wouldn't say like 100% done. I've learned. I don't know. What are you saying, Kev? Is top 4 done for you, sorted out? Or is it more of just carry on and see it out now? We're in a great position.
Just getting the job done. Like, I think Jay's not the nail on the head there. There's not a chance that after that performance and where we are in the league at the minute, that you would say second place is ours or even top 4. It's a very strange league this year. Listen, over the Christmas period, we're all probably guilty of getting a bit carried away with the title charge and that. Let's be realistic, man. We're miles behind. Where is it?
I'll try to.
You wrote me in, KG.
I'm sorry, man. I believe 21 and 21.
Yeah. Hey, it still could happen.
This goes to everyone apart from Jay, because Jay was obviously, you know what Jay's like. What the hell were we thinking?
I loved it.
Actually, KG, what were you thinking? Seriously, what rational thought led you believe we win a title?
Do you know?
Hey, you bought a ticket for that bandwagon as well, mate.
Don't a little bit.
That was the last bit where Jay was in. Jay did
you know
right at the last minute.
I remember the day that you bought that ticket.
I just want to run naked in Manchester. That's all.
You know what? I don't know what. You know, when I think back now, I was like, what made me think that this team could win the league? But then I was just like, I'm fresh to United stand. It looks like there's good energy popping. I thought I was just gonna come and bring a title. I'm not gonna lie, but no. And I wasn't drinking that day. I've been drinking ever since. So yeah, I still can't believe, like, it's kind of embarrassing. As long as we just do not finish, we need to finish in the top 4 though. Because
this is what I mean. The season's on a tipping point now, because Jay has said, but in terms of the trophies, we could get knocked out the Europa League, FA Cup just this week.
We can't. This is a real week. This is one of the real weeks. This is one of the real weeks in football.
Well, let's. I mean, we'll go back to the game in a bit, but now we're in this kind of mode of, you know, talking about the bigger picture, because this was a big win tonight. Good morale boosting win. How going into the AC Milan game with, you know, the squad threadbare, like you said, Rashford, Greenwood, and James are probably gonna have to play it again. I can't see Martial being fit and just starting. Definitely not Cavani. McTominay and Fred will play, I'm almost certain. How are you guys feeling about that? Like, do you think we can? Because we have to go there and score. We can't just, you know, try and keep a clean sheet and keep it. We got to go and show 10. We got to go and score. Is that better for us?
I'm confident. I'm actually confident. I am confident. I just think the game will kind of sort of playing on the counter-attack. James sort of runs in behind. I think if we start with the same intensity we did the Manchester derby, which is, you know, easier said than done, I am confident.
Kev, you confident?
I am, mate. I really am.
I'm
After that today, listen, tonight wasn't the kind of, result that you look at and you take inspiration. We got the job done. The main thing that we know that we have to do now this week is go there and score a goal. And if we get the opening goal, game on.
Massive.
It really is game on. And you have to go with that mentality. You rock up at the San Siro, right? There's no fans in there, so you don't have to, worry about any of that, the hostility of all that. You go there, and if you can get a goal in the first 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it is game on. And it's in our hands then. It's AC Milan that have got things to think about. But that's all we've got. We have to go with that mentality of attacking football. None of this bullshit of let's get to half-time at 0-0, stay in the game. You go there and score that first goal. That's the main thing for me.
Do you worry, though, that they would have got a lot more confidence thinking they can play much better than they played against us?
And they might have some players back, I don't know.
They were the better side. Their midfield was all over us. It's like almost like a boxer when he realizes, you know what, in the second fight, I should knock you the hell out. Like, you had no chance mixing it with me, like, on any day of the week. I don't know. That's the one part that I get some fear in, and then you ask yourself, is Ollie, because Lindelof didn't play, as you lot were saying, he didn't play because he had an injury.
Yeah,
does he make the change now and bring back in
he will
Lindelof for this game?
Ollie will go with his strongest. He'll go with that same back four that was tonight. He'll go with Matic and Fred, and he'll have to play McTominay and Fred, and he will go with the same front three again, I believe, because he has to. Unless someone's miraculously fit and Martial makes it. That's how I see it. Jay, what are you saying? I mean, the AC Milan game with how we're looking now.
Okay, I'd say, guys, that our patterns of play in midfield are as predictable as a Dwayne Johnson movie.
Oh!
Whether we play Scott or fake Brazilian or Matic, it's slow, pedestrian, ponderous football.
Fake that Brazilian.
Is fake Brazilian.
Sorry,
no, seriously, stay with me here, okay? Because look, guys, it's very simple. In midfield, it's slow. It's very slow. It's ponderous. It's pedestrian football. If Matic plays, it's even slower. So on the left, we are creative. But Rashford, tonight, guys, for me, with 20 minutes to go, he should have been taken off. And I would have brought on Alex Telles. That was against crying out. Put Alex Telles tonight, left wing. Knock balls into the box. Very simple. And let Shaw sit back. That was a very simple substitution. Rashford is injured. Tonight, he played with an ankle injury, most likely with a painkilling injection. That's not good. He's not fully recovered. He's still waiting surgery on his shoulder. So we are devoid of creativity on the right. Dan James, which we'll discuss later on, you know what you're going to get. It's not a whole lot of end product. So we are a team that have an injured creative left winger in Rashford, a non-creative left winger, and 2 CDMs that can't pass the ball 5 yards. So I'd say, guys, our football is as predictable as a Dwayne Johnson movie. And AC Milan, I think that manager is cute and all. They know we have to come out and score. They're going to park the bus. And if it gets to half time and it's still 0-0, I would fear for us. I really fear for us. Obviously, I agree with Kevin. We got to go on the front foot early. But do you see AC Milan conceding early against us? An Italian team at home conceding an early goal against us? I can't see it.
Connor says, J Notebook, page 1 equals Fred Port, page 2 equals 40 kg curls. just picking up kg. Like they're saying you weigh 40 kg. They're saying you weigh 40. Zoso says Milan lost at home tonight. I'm just looking at their team, actually doing a bit of scouting that started tonight. That Çalhanoğlu is back. He started at number 10 today. Rebic played, even though he got sent off. So they've got a couple players back. So, you know, they're gonna be a bit stronger than the last time we played them as well. So
Daniel says the same thing. Milan just lost to Napoli at home. We got this. All right. Here you go. Pratik, there you go. He says, interviewer, how did you turn the game on your side against West Ham? Ollie, it helped me by stealing Jay's notepad, and the name of the book is 21 and 21. There you go. There you go. That's it. It's a lie.
Yeah, don't go for it.
Pogba's back this week. Lies. When's Donny gonna return, man?
Well, Agam says with this.
KG, I'm here.
Agam says with this squad, Ollie has the fact he wasn't given the right winger centre back he was promised. Probably had to change plans. Any objective person would see he's doing a great job. Ollie himself couldn't convince me otherwise. That's just it with the second thing, and we'll get on to that next bit of the kind of rumours that his contract's pretty much all but signed. I want to see what you guys think about that, whether you think it's a good thing or not.
Before we move on, though, what else? Like, who else was the star performance today?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to go back to that. Let me get these super chats out, and we'll carry on talking about the game before we move on. Mr. Shah, says, is Jay adopting brothers? Need that hard, realistic, still positive vibe in my life, you know? I don't know if you're up for doing that, Jay, taking people under your wing and just sharing them the light. He's thinking about it. He's like, maybe.
Comment. No comment.
Yellow bathing suit says, I really come to love Jay on these shows, man. This dude is hella hilarious. Jay getting a lot of love today. And Evan says, Ollie said De Gea, Pogba, Cavani, Martial, and Van der Beek all likely to be back versus AC Milan. KG, go and do go and check, because they're having you on. I can't
that, but I need that though.
I know you need it, but I can't.
Guys, we need a trophy so badly, yeah? And I would not feel comfortable if we get knocked out of the Europa League before Arsenal. I would be furious, bro. Not like the furious that I was a few nights ago, but I'll be borderline. I'll be really upset. We can't we have to kick on in this competition.
Anthony Tracy says result for counter FC in Milan. Ollie's new contract is like PSG all over again. Basically, after we won against PSG. But back to the game. Actually, let's talk about some of the big performers. I know as I was just coming in there, Jay was saying about Maguire, like commending him and saying how well he done. I agree, man. This is a game where you need him to be big, strong, stand up, be counted for, be a leader, get your head on the end of things. He was there for interceptions, blocks in the air, decent on the ball as well, good distribution. He had a proper solid game today, so I'm with Jay on that for sure.
Oh, gonna be.
He said it on an interview on MUTV. I swear.
Yeah.
Go on, Kev. What do you think about some of the top performers and stuff today?
Top performance, Luke Shaw stood out for me. Do you know? I actually was looking at it and I thought, do you know one of Solskjaer's best signings? Everybody will straight away say Fernandes, which is the obvious one. I'm starting to look at it and think, do you know what? Tellez might have been, for the pure reason that he's come in. And I think Luke Shaw has totally upped his game, knowing that Luke Shaw's never had competition at left back, has he? But something inside him now, it's like, you sign Tellez, bring him in, he's on your coattail. He's like, well, we've signed this lad for whatever he was, 15, 20 million. He's going to challenge you now for that left-back spot. And Luke Shaw's almost gone, nah, I'm going to say my famous side. No, not bad. This left spot, birth is mine. And he's just gone to another level. It's almost like Tellez will be like, why did I rock up here, man? I'm not going to get a game. Greenwood, brilliant. I think he's now getting back to levels of what we've seen and what we knew he could do. He definitely dipped off. I know there was all that stuff when he went away with England and all that nonsense, but getting back to it today, I thought he was really, really good. Rashford.
Sorry, go on, carry on.
Go on. No, sorry, Flex. Go on.
Rashford, go for it.
I was going to say Rashford for me at the minute is just off his game completely.
Should have scored today, innit, man?
And I don't know what you do with him. It's almost like, from a management point of view, do you take him out the team by taking him out confidence-wise? But for me, he's just drained of confidence. I mean, we are talking about the absolute basics of football. I'm talking not even being able to pass a ball 2 yards to a teammate. But listen, I'm a fan of Rashford's, but I'm saying recently Rashford is non-existent as an attacking threat or anything.
That is such a disrespectful comment. Because Luton's a great place.
Read it out.
Jazzy says Fred is from Luton, not Brazil. KG was in Luton all day.
I was in Luton filming, and you know that sketch. Have you seen the thing with the police officers? There's a police car just like doing donuts in Luton. Someone's got their bum out the window. Well, anyway, I'm in. Cool. No one cares.
Wait, KG. This is from MUTV. This is true. Ollie has said, this is quote. I'm looking at the quotes right now. We hope 5 of them will be back against AC Milan. David, hopefully. Donny, Edinson, Paul, maybe Anthony, hopefully. Yeah, he's very likely to be back. Stronger squad to travel with to Italy. And he said, also the quotes is, we hope so. In terms of having players back from injury, we hope to have Edinson, Cavani and Anthony Martial available. Maybe Paul and David De Gea is finished with quarantine. Not bad players. That was what he said to the BBC. So he has confirmed we're looking at having a much stronger squad.
Is Ollie doing Ollie things and telling lies? Or does he mean it?
No, I don't think he can lie about that. I don't know. I don't think he not 5 players.
AC
maybe
Milan. No, because if you think AC Milan, just putting something in the manager's
mind games.
Mind games to think, you know what, prepare for this, prepare for these players, and then he just turns up with like
the same team.
Yeah, you never know if he's just putting something into the mind because he named 5 players.
Oh, someone in the free. So someone said, I've got to put this up. I'll go back to that super chat. The Chris Mack says, Donny back for his front row seat for the season finale. Oh
my God. It's so real though. Donny is never gonna play, man.
Like this is an analogy I've got about Donny. Actually, I'm not saying it because I know him personally, obviously, but I feel like he sits with like the under 18s and just they sit in a circle and he just chats about his Ajax days. I just feel like he just sits there and says, oh yeah, you know, we had some really good times in Amsterdam. Like, it was really good. Wait, you played for United?
He did.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I had some great times, Kev, in Amsterdam. But carry on, KJ.
Yeah,
I do feel like that could happen. You know, where they're like, what's it like to play in the Champions League, man? Yeah. I mean, under 23s. He's like, listen, man, one time, there was this time we went to Real Madrid, me and Tadic and Ziyech, we played them off the park, man. Like, honestly, I think he just probably does the circle time.
Yeah, and it was one of these times, the weirdest time. We played a team called Tottenham in the semi and we lost. And he'll just be sitting there. Carry on. No, I'm getting off the book.
Sid says, based on tonight, I can see Greenwood as a false 9, a la Firmino. Dropping deep, bringing others in, having shots from the edge of the box, not a poacher yet. That's one thing, like when KG was saying it was a proper mature performance for him. Let's touch on Mason Greenwood because what I liked about his game today was the maturity and the understanding of how to play that position against what he was up against. He's up against 3 just big centre-halves who are not going to give him an inch. Instead of going and trying to fight them and doing 3-on-1, like he said there in the super chat, he's dropping off the front, connecting with the midfield, laying it off, getting into wide areas, drifting from there, firing crosses in, getting on the end of things. You know, should have had 2 goals today on a different day. Could have had 2 goals today.
Yeah.
But I'm with you on that, KG. I really did like his performance.
Do you worry about our team's lack of clinicalness?
Well,
you know, when
this is what Dwayne's saying here.
There you go. So we think of like, I can't even call it the major tournaments, but against AC Milan, we can't afford to miss the chances that we missed today. The Rashford header, criminal. Who else missed a...
Well, Mason, it wasn't a sitter, but he's hit the post. He's unlucky, but we need to score from that situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
even the 4-on-2 with Dan. Even the 4-on-2 with Dan Jones, like, should have been a better ball. Should have been a better ball.
You got that's where the best teams put teams to bed. What say you, Jay?
Can we actually discuss Dan James there for a second? For me, the best thing today Dan James did was that professional foul on Benrahma on the 91st minute, where he took one for the team and got a booking and stopped the counter attack. That was the best thing he did all game. Look, he's a limited player. You don't buy oranges and expect to make apple juice. With Dan James, you know what you're going to get. Let's be fair. The 73rd minute, I have it here in my notes, guys. It's a 3v2. And instead of playing a simple through ball to Bruno, he plays behind him.
I think it was 4-on-2.
Was it 4-on-2?
I think it was 4-on-2, yeah.
Okay, but
Which is even worse.
But if you're playing Sunday League or Pub League, you're going to play it through ball. You don't play it behind the striker when he's running through on the defender. You play ahead of him. Like, it doesn't take a professional footballer to figure that one out. So Dan James, when it comes to doing the most simple, obvious things, he doesn't do it. And then I think as well, in the 84th minute, he's running at the left back. He doesn't look up. He simply pumps the ball into the box and there's nobody there. Instead of taking the extra half second, lay it back to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who was terrible today, by the way. I tweeted out at half time, right? Did Aaron Wan-Bissaka get any sleep last night? Because he's playing a zombie. But Dan James, guys, if our level is just to be a top 4 Europa League, yeah, you play Dan James. But if we want to win things, Dan James, sorry, he's a squad player at best.
I'm gonna defend Dan James a little bit here. I think I agree with what you're saying. To reach the top, Jay, yeah, we need better. But in terms of the moment that we're in, we don't have anyone else. He was frozen out, and he's proved that he's just ready to go. Like, okay, I haven't been playing. I'm not saying that it's good that that's our reserve tank, that we don't need a better quality. I'm not saying that he should play all the time. I'm not saying that, as KG would say, is he the answer? I'm not saying he's the answer. But what I'm saying is that he's having an impact on games, but obviously we are seeing the flaws in his game. But he's playing all right. I think he's playing all right. This is
one of the issues. This is one of the issues that I feel for Dan James. And I feel it's hard for him to be judged because Jay said it earlier. Our patterns of play are shocking. It's like so bad. No, today I was watching the team and I was like, let me just watch how we put things together. It's literally left-hand side, stop, go back. Left-hand side, Rashford, go on a run, stop, go back. Maybe pass it to Wan-Bissaka. Nothing's going to happen over there. And then after, pull it, literally, we do the same thing and we always bypass the midfield. The midfield playing those balls. I think Fred and McTominay just love just passing it to each other. They can't play that Bruno ball, which makes things harder because if you just mark Bruno, you're going to be fine. If you want to play against us, mark Bruno, chances are Fred and McTominay are not going to play the ball that we need to do something. So then you say to yourself, when are you going to see the trickery to get someone like Dan James in on it, or who else? Dan James, maybe a Rashford, maybe a Greenwood run. You're not seeing none of that because it's just the same old 90 minutes. We do the same thing. If like the next time you watch us, just watch our attacks, watch how we approach it, and you say this is why Martial hasn't got the goals he's needed this season. This is why that we just, unless it's a moment of brilliance or something out of this world, it has to be something out of this world. Or let's say it's a good counterattack. That's when we're good. But if you talk about creating stuff from the start with all players in position, can't do it. Can't, not at all. And that's what sucks. And I think Dan James is a victim of that. If he goes to another squad with probably a better system, we see something better for him.
Because on that right side, it is really bad. Let me get the super chats out. Chris Pankhurst says need to go to Milan for a smash and grab. Kevin's famous Manchester 2-finger celebration if we win on Thursday night. Let's go, guys. Irfan says, guys, can some of you answer why we start games with no ambitions? We look so lazy, and in the second half we start moving it a bit. We'll get to that. And Jeff Hetner says, Jay's notebook is about to spontaneously combust. We need Pogba back. KG, can I get an all right? Glory, glory, Man United.
All right. Glory, glory, Man United.
And no, you didn't have to say that, but he was just saying. That weren't for you. No, you didn't. You thought that.
Why can't I say glory, glory, Man United?
No, but you're trying to style it out. You thought you asked you to.
Shut up.
Shahaz says we replace McTominay and Fred in midfield with Grealish and Rice, and we can almost have Barcelona-esque balance of Iniesta, Xavi, and Busquets.
The great comment.
When they say, I hate because you can't just mention Xavi in.
No, but not the same quality, but definitely the same balance. I think it's important to look at the context because, to be fair, I'm going to be honest. I read Iniesta, Xavi, and Busquets, and then I just stopped because I'm like, you can't. But then after the comma, Shahaz just tried to put some context on it in terms of the same balance. So, like, you could talk about maybe a team in a conference and say, like, oh, they've just got 3 good midfielders who have good balance. Like how Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets have.
Wow.
No, to be fair, guys. But listen, he's making a great point. He's made a great point. Look, Rice could run that midfield by himself. He doesn't need a Fred or McTominay beside him holding his hand. Rice does it by himself. And you put someone like Grealish to the left of him, Bruno to the right. Guys, that midfield is transformed overnight. But
Rice
end of the day,
overrated, says Martin.
What did you think of Rice today?
What football is Martin watching all season?
Martin says Rice is overrated, totally useless to Man United team. We might as well buy Jemba Jr. as he. Right, okay. Going overboard there, Martin. But on the Declan Rice thing, what are you guys saying?
Let's go to Jack. Jack, what do you think?
What in terms? What do I want Declan Rice or?
Yeah. Declan Rice in the squad.
Yeah, I do think it definitely comes down to, I think, that point when you actually that comment about the balance. I think it's very valid because I think it's all well and good getting Declan Rice, but if you're sitting in beside Fred and McTominay again, the balance just isn't really there. So you need that kind of play that's going to make like a Grealish or I'm trying to think of. Donny van der Beek, but no, obviously he's not going to play. But someone who would just kind of make that midfield complete. Because I totally agree with Jay. I think Rice, to be fair, today, in terms of today, I don't think Rice was that good. But I think West Ham's mentality was just kind of sitting back. I was really surprised they didn't press us. Someone saying Henderson man of the match. Doesn't matter the match.
That was a good throw. He done another good throw, didn't he?
Well, no, yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say to KG. Great throw over to Luke Shaw in the first half. Really pinpoint accuracy. And that's the thing. He's got... I just want to quickly ask you this, KG.
Are you reading your own comments out again, Jack?
No, I've got someone here writing it. No, KG, just quickly. Do you think De Gea will play against Milan? So if he is back... Or do you think Henderson has to play because he kept a clean sheet today?
He's gonna do it. I think he's gonna. I think Ollie is not making any. I think Ollie's telling lies. I don't think those players will be in the squad. I think he's just said that to give the AC Milan manager something to think about. He told us Cavani's coming back before, and we didn't see him. I think this is just Ollie trying to do mind games, and I don't mind it. I quite enjoy it. I think he's gonna stick with Hendo because that's his keeper at the moment. I think it's easy. He's saying to himself, even when De Gea is back fully, I think Henderson's going to stay in net and he's going to say, look, try and take this position away.
You think? So you think this is the start of the end for David De Gea?
I think he just wants to look here. I think he just wants to have a look and there's the games to do it. So
Jay shaking his head there.
I think on Thursday night, David De Gea comes straight back into the side. He's been back in Manchester all week. He's passed all the COVID protocols. Look, guys, last season against Sevilla, Romero hadn't put a foot wrong during the Europa League. He was dropped for semi-final. Wrongly so, I thought. So I can't see Henderson starting on Thursday. Ollie will go with his best side. His best goalkeeper, in my view, is David De Gea, not Dean Henderson.
Kev?
I honestly think he would still go with Henderson. I think you have to look at the fact De Gea's been away. Obviously he's had his first child or whatever. Would he be 100% on the ball, match fit to come back into a game? You've got Dean Henderson, who's... Listen, I'm not going to say he's not put a foot wrong because I'm certainly not going to vex KG anyway. Get him worked up again.
Don't do it. Say it. Say it. What are you saying, Kev? He's been perfect.
Come on, do it.
Dean Henderson's been, the best goalkeeper in the world. Never made a single mistake.
I'm
playing. He's young. He's up and coming. He's English.
Exactly. Yeah.
And Jack loves him, so he's got to play.
Daniel Harden says we play down the left. We aren't set up symmetrical going forward. Lindelof is a centre. in the centre of the picture. Aaron Wan-Bissaka stays back. Harry Maguire left and Shaw left wing most of the time, almost. Akash says Declan Rice looks better at the moment because there's no other CDM available. Ollie will be loyal to De Gea, and keepers don't need 2 weeks for game fitness. Basically thinks that, he'll be fine coming back into that. And the next super chat here is from Sheikh. And Sheikh says, 100 million for Rice is atrocious. Yeah, 100 million, Jesus, is atrocious. He's probably 50 million. Yeah, I'd agree with that. But the remaining 50 million is because...
It's on that, because we're talking about Rice right now. Yeah. And you say to yourself, does a Rice with Donny van der Beek and Bruno as a midfield, do you not like that or no?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I very much like that.
I think the balance with Van der Beek and Rice would be totally what we need. But I've heard Maguire was having a chat with him after the game. So I think he was like whispering in his ear. So who knows?
But also today, you have to look today, guys, how Moyes set up. Moyes set up in a 5-3-2. Moyes set up to get a point. So therefore, you weren't going to see Declan Rice bombing forward and even being a box to box or playing 20-30 yard passes. Yeah. So I get the feeling that some of the guys commenting, this may have been one of the first times this season they've watched Declan Rice for 90 minutes. It's not a good sample of Declan Rice play.
Not so.
In my opinion. So I've watched a lot of Declan Rice this year. I think he's the best. One of the best English CDMs, and if we can get him for 50 million, and then use Lingard, as a make weight, do the deal.
Yeah. Fair enough. The second part of that super chat was the remaining 50 million is because it's so damn apparent we are desperate for a CDM, and that completes our team. So basically, saying it's West Ham just adding on 50 M's on top of what he's worth because it's like, well, we know you need this, guys. Back to what the super chat said at the beginning, what I said at the beginning about 5 minutes ago, and I said I'll get back to it. It was basically saying, why do we start so poorly and then turn it on in the second half? This is how I saw the game today, right? With the players that we had available versus how West Ham set up. I think the first half was okay. After the first 15, 20 minutes, because I won't lie, that's when I tweeted this is going to be a long night. But then it was almost like, okay, with the players that we've got on the pitch, can our influential ones start standing up and making something happen here? Because this is going to be a long evening. Shaw then started stepping up, playing balls through the channels into Rashford and Greenwood. Greenwood stepped up. Rashford should have scored. So you can say he stepped up in terms of making things happen, but should have scored. Bruno played some lovely balls through to Rashford and hit some long balls in as well. And I think by half time, I was saying to Mark on the watch along, I was like, look, with what we've got at our disposal, which is pretty much all we have here out on the pitch, I think we've seen enough in this game to say, you know what, just keep going with this. You will get your reward, like in the context of this game. It's not good enough going forward, I get it. But I thought we handled today's game really well, apart from the first 15, 20 minutes, which is what he was alluding to in the super chat. So, Kev, I'll start with you. Like, why do you think that it does take us that kind of like feeling out process to see how it's going to go before we start playing?
We just seem to be a team, and I'm like any Man United fan, you bang your head against the wall. We're like a reactive team. It's almost like we go 1-0 behind, whether it's 15, 20 minutes into a game, and then it's almost like all the players look around and go, shit, we're in a game here. We have to step this up. Yeah. And we've done it so many times. I've said it before. How many times this season have we played one half of a game? It's not good enough. We've all said we will not get away with it against the better teams. But for me, it is a pure mentality thing. I think of the team under Sir Alex Ferguson, the amount of goals that Manchester United used to score within the first 5 minutes of a match set the tone for the game. Yeah. Games were won by half time. You go down in the concourse at half time, you're 2-3-0 up, you're planning your night out on Deansgate, ringing your mate, game's won, it's done. The away team knew. They were beaten before they walked out, but now it's just so different. Manchester, I don't know what it is, but we should be going out there and going, we're Man United, we're going to set the tone of the game. Whereas we knew straight away by looking at that team, like I say, I'm no expert in football. I looked at that team that David Moyes set up today, and I know for a fact he would have been delighted to get a 0-0 draw at Old Trafford.
Of course.
He made the changes. They looked a totally different team. Now David Moyes has got to go, home and go, what if I'd have started with that team and give it a good go? And that's what football's about. Don't be negative.
I'm so happy. Again, you said it. I'm so happy he's not our manager. Honestly.
But he's done a good job with West Ham, though.
Yeah, but that's West Ham.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean,
levels.
There you go. But people in the free seats were saying Kessie or Rice, and I think that's a good question. So I just wanted to throw it out to you lot on the panel here. We saw what Kessie can do. We saw the energy. We saw look, decent player, good shot. You know what I mean? He looks like a industrious player. Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you lot think? It would be cheaper than a Rice because
I'll be honest. Yeah, it would be cheaper than a Rice. It's going to be a premium.
Would be on there.
The British tax is going to be on there. The VAT is added on for sure. But the Kessie thing is, I'm going to be honest. I don't know loads about him. So yes, he did look good playing against us. But this is where you're probably going to get a lot of people just maybe doing a KG. They haven't really seen him play loads, apart from against us. And now all of a sudden, he's 100% what Man United need from nowhere. No one's
the answer though.
Huh?
Is he the answer though?
Nah, I'm gonna say no because I ain't seen him play enough.
KG just like stir in the pot, man.
This is like when Karol Poborski scored that goal in Euro '96 and Ferguson signed him, and then you were like, yeah, all right.
This is what I mean. Like I think it's really easy if someone plays against you to go, bloody hell.
But a very important point is that Declan Rice knows the Premier League.
That's exactly why. That's the road I was going to go down and say there.
He knows.
You know for a fact Declan Rice has done it, and Man United are a better team than West Ham.
And no disrespect to the Italian league, but when you're coming up against lesser Italian teams compared to every game in the Premier League's a struggle. We know that.
Yeah.
I think on Kessie, a lot of people are jumping on the bandwagon because they have a random sample of 90 minutes. And all of a sudden, he's like the answer to all our prayers. But they got to put it in context. Kessie, he was playing against Matic and McTominay. And McTominay, I know, Kevin, he's one of your favourites, but you'd even acknowledge that game against AC Milan wasn't one of his better games. Mm-hmm. So for me, Kessie was always going to look like a total baller. So I think it's the point about Rice and the English tax and all that, Premiership proven. But if any of us had seen Kessie playing 10 matches, for argument's sake, and we had a big sample of his play, only then can we make an informed decision on who we would sign via Kessie or Rice. Money-wise, the club would probably buy Kessie because they said money. You know it.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I'm saying about Casado there, exactly. He's in Brighton under 23s.
He was 5 million. 5 million.
He was the one that we was potentially going to bring in.
Yeah,
but this is what I mean. We're looking at our holding midfielders now. We haven't even mentioned Paul Pogba and what's happening with him.
I know he's out, innit? He's
according to you, KG, we're getting 90 mil for him. So
come on,
Jack's stirring in the pot tonight. Like it.
Kessie was playing against Matic, basically saying, "Do me a favor." Like
you never know though, because certain times these players just go somewhere like, we should have got him. So it is what it is. Until he makes the next move, we'd never know. But you just say to yourself, you hope that our club is going to be really. I just hope they do what they did with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Just decide, you know what? Let's pump some money into these guys and see if they can win something. Like, see if they can win something big. Why not? Why can't we do that?
Well, KG, if they follow the Tampa Bay model, well, then the obvious signing is Ben Ronaldo for 2 years. Bring back the GOAT, in my book.
You don't do that. Just as
if that's the model, you bring back the GOAT for 2 years. In my opinion.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. It's all about sentiment. Do we bring back Ronaldo and just have them 2 years? But we're looking long term here. The long term we'd all love Ronaldo to come back and just tear it up. But on the other side, I'm like, we're only going to get 2 years out of him anyway. So
I'm going to stick with what I said earlier in the season when this was a bit of a thing, yeah. And I just think of the board. Could you imagine them sitting at the table talking about this and says, you know what? Let's just get Ronaldo back here. All the fans are going to go off.
Absolutely.
The homecoming. It's the Beyonce homecoming, yeah? And then we won't need to get a centre-back. We won't need to get a defensive midfielder. We won't need to get a right winger because Ronaldo's going to be on something ridiculous a year. Let's face it. He's going to be on like what?
All the
yeah, it's going to be a joke, yeah? He's going to be on like 400 grand a week, at least, yeah? So, but the fans are going to forget. The fans are going to forget about the centre-back and all the other things we need because Cristiano's homecoming is there. I'm not here for that. They couldn't
do that. They couldn't sign Ronaldo.
They will do that.
No, but Ronaldo's going to say, how serious is this? He's going to ask that question because he doesn't want to lose. Ronaldo's not on losing and he's thinking about his legacy. So he's going to say, what else is coming to this club?
They'll lie. They'll say, you know what, Cristiano, we want you to come back and spearhead us back to the top. When you come, we've already spoken to Koulibaly. Yeah, he's on his way. Yeah, we've already spoken to Declan Rice. We're definitely getting him. Oh, and Sancho, you saw that stuff that happened last year? Don't worry about the papers. He's on his way. And Ronaldo's going to sign a team on 400 bags a week. And he's going to get into training at Carrington and be like, where's Ed? Yeah, he's going to do a Kevin Hart.
And then it'll be like, meet Darren Fletcher, our football director.
He's going to go, rah. Darren was here when I was here last. Is this what we're doing?
They'll send him out. Remember when I told you midweek about Simon from Simon's Sausages? So they'll sign Cristiano Ronaldo, and then that's part of Ronaldo. He won't even play for United. He'll just be promo manager. Listen. So they'll send him to Simon, and he'll be like, Simon's Sausages, come and get you. And then there you go.
That's what happened. Ronaldo would
United toaster, whatever.
He would think Ollie was on his way out when I was coming in. Ollie's here. I played with Carrick. He's here. Fletcher's here. He's going to be like, yo, is this... Okay. He'll probably mistake them guys for still playing.
Yeah. Guys, okay. Just work here on a hypothetical.
Yeah.
Just for argument's sake. Just for argument's sake. United spend 50, 60 million on a CDM. Okay? They don't buy centre back because it's in Phil Jones fit again next season, apparently. So he's going to save all our problems. No, I'm joking. So to spend 50, 60 million on a CDM and Pogba goes to Juventus in the opposite direction. Because there's no way they're going to pay Pogba's wages plus Ronaldo's.
Yeah.
Would you do that deal? That's the challenge you can make. No more, no less.
Yes.
Wait. Hold on.
Pogba for Ronaldo.
Do it.
Yeah. And you get your world-class CDM, but you don't get centre-back. This is a hypothetical. Would you do it?
I'd do it. I'll rip your hand off for it. I'd do it.
So what? So you're saying...
Do you know why I wouldn't do it? Do you know what? Or do you know why I wouldn't rip your hand off? Because for me, this is an issue here. We're forgetting, if Paul Pogba leaves, right, we need another like-for-like. We need an attacking midfielder then. If Paul Pogba leaves this football club, you bring in a defensive midfielder alongside Matic, McTominay or Fred. What the hell have we got from midfield?
No, but this is one of the issues that I think of is Pogba's missed a lot of football this season. How many games do you reckon he's played?
Yeah, he's missed
I don't know. We check. He's missed a lot of football. So you say to yourself, well...
Still needs replacing though, man.
He needs replacing 100%. But you say to yourself, well, I haven't even seen you that much this season. Yeah, we had the couple cameos after he came back from after COVID, when he was when his arm was in that kind of, I don't even know if it was sign. But we haven't really seen Pogba enough to say, even though we missed him.
Yeah. So people are saying play Van de Beek with the DM that Jay's saying we get. And then you got Ronaldo up front.
Ronaldo up front, finishing. And you think to yourself, now we got Shaw whipping in balls for fun. Yeah. You still Tellez, you got Bruno. That's nice.
Yeah, but
that makes me excited.
It's never going to happen.
No, here's a kind of long-term view. Like, as much as I want Ronaldo to come back, I loved him. Like, he was great. We all loved him. But I would much rather, the more I think about it, I'd rather us go and get someone else. Like, I'd rather us go and get Haaland and not get Ronaldo and then get Haaland in. I'm just looking long term because Ronaldo's 2 years. Haaland is someone who would 5, 6, 7 seasons consistently get the goals we need to get this team back to where we want it as fans again. It's great, KG, the whole sentiment thing with Ronaldo, but I'd love him for 2 years and he'd do bits for us, I'm sure. But
wouldn't you just take?
Whoa, Jack, rewind. You're saying, Jack. Just 2 points there, okay? First of all, Haaland's career is going to go like Zlatan. Okay, he's going to jump around every 2-3 years from club to club to club. That's going to be his career. He's going to play for all the big teams in Europe. Okay, and then you said that Ronaldo will do bits for us. Come on, man. Ronaldo comes in and scores 30 goals, not bits.
Tell him again.
That's been disrespectful towards Ronaldo. Let's be fair.
No, Jay, bits.
You said do bits.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful. It's Cristiano Ronaldo, for God's sake.
KG, hold on. This is the beauty. This is beautiful. What's happening here? This is a cultural difference. What we're witnessing here. I love it. I love what's actually happening here. Because what Jay's doing, he's going bits here means if you're only doing a bit, it means you're only doing a little bit. It means you're going to be
shit. Jay, basically,
Jack has left the conversation.
I'm saying bits is in bare things. He's shutting it down.
Like he's doing loads. Like he's doing absolute bits.
He's doing loads. Sorry, Jay. I'm sorry. I did it basically I chat to my mates like that, and I was trying to
Okay, listen, Jack. Okay, you're in university and you're writing your thesis. If you write the way you speak, you're going to get a C. You can't write if he's doing bits. It doesn't mean fucking anything. It's a colloquial term. It doesn't mean jack shit.
Hold on a minute. Jay is the Roy Keane of this whole thing. Jay's like, nonsense.
Absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
You know what I feel like, mate? I feel like you're my tutor at uni and I'm just getting told off sitting in the corner of the room.
I'd fail your ass. I'd fail your ass right now for using that expression bits.
I thought you knew, Jay. I thought you knew. I'm sorry.
Do you know what was so funny? Because Jack was being so pure. He was like, Ronaldo will come here and do bits, man. And I'm like, yeah, he would. I'm like, yeah. And Jay's like, bits? Is that it? Yeah. What he's going to do is bits? That's a disgrace.
It's a nonsense.
I love bits. Bits means like you're ready to, you're doing bits, yeah? The Jay's I'm
not using it again. I feel like
okay, right? Okay. In Ireland, if you say somebody's doing bits, they're basically inconsistent. They're here, they're there, they're nowhere. It doesn't mean shit.
It's the complete opposite.
Complete opposite. This is guys. On this note, we're at the end of the show, but this highlights why the United stand is so amazing, because we all come from different parts of the globe, different parts of the country in our case, but with you guys watching at home, you lot come from far and wide, and the one thing that brings us together is not bits. The one thing that brings us together is not bits, it's Manchester United. Absolutely brilliant. Bradley says, Jay acting like he's goddamn Gandhi. Listen, we are at the end of the show.
Jack, can I just say, have you enjoyed your time on the United stand? It's been nice knowing you anyway, mate. Thanks very much for all your input.
Guys,
and Jack has left the building.
We are out. We'll see you guys on Thursday. Peace.